Hey, what's up, good people? How you doing? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. If you're new to the page, hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell. You're going to see a lot of changes around here over the next 30 days, always building out. Let's talk about what's going on. But first, you guys have been doing a great job by hitting that like, subscribe, and notification bell, but hit like on this one, okay? So, market cooled off again, sold off yet again. And it's because of the war, the U.S Iran conflict, the geopolitical situation. You guys know that on yesterday or the night before, there was an Apache helicopter U.S. Shot by Iran, and Iran, in retaliation, is attacking U.S. military bases over there in the Middle East. And President Trump said, hey, we got to spank that butt. And so he's talking about what he's going to do to them, back and forth. You guys know how that goes. So the war is ramping back up. This is not a political station. We know, you're going to say this side is wrong and that side is wrong. Let's talk about our money, okay? Tell me what you're going to do strategically, okay? So, and don't say everything is not about money. That's why you're here. All right, let's keep it real, guys. You know I keep it real. All right, so stock market took a little dip today. Yesterday, it was semiconductors and anything related to AI, both hardware and software, is taking a hit. Quantum computing took the biggest hit on yesterday, midday, but today we came down a little lower. Okay, so let me see. Semiconductors experienced a deep extended rout, heavily dragged out by high profile guidance missiles. Okay, so that's the wrong story, but the semiconductors are coming down. Oil is spiking back up, of course. Oil prices have periodically spiked above 110 per barrel threshold, driven by escalated geopolitical conflicts in the Middle East. We just talked about that. So oil up, stocks down, okay? Oil up, cruise lines down, airlines down, even hotels stay down. You see how it goes. And sometimes, but not every time, oil spikes up and gold spikes up. But gold and silver and other precious metals have been, over the last year, has just been on an absolute rip. Okay, so another thing that's still happening, I'm going to be talking about it, is we had consumer price index today, CPI. It was bad, but it was in line. CPI, inflation data, it was in line with what was expected. The consumer price index rose at a seasonally adjusted 0.5 for the month, putting an annual inflation rate at 4.2, both in line with expectations. The core CPI accelerated 0.2% for the month and 2.9% from a year ago, year over year. While the annual rate was in line with forecasts, the monthly gains was below the 0.3 estimate, okay? All right, the report indicated that much of inflation surge came from a 3.9% jump in energy prices, okay? And so that's why good job reports is actually bad for inflation, because we spend more money on energy, causing energy to actually go up. Demand causes the price to go up. Putting the 12-month increase at 23.5% core, commodities price actually posted a 0.1% decline. Now, when that data came out this morning, an hour before opening bell, the stock market actually started to go up. The pre-markets started going up and not down. But just like when you have everything going on at the same time, at the very same time, the president was getting ready. He was putting out statements that, look out, Iran, we finna come and get you. And so that just kind of took the market all the way down. Let me talk about this before I put these back on. Sorry about that. PPI is going to come out tomorrow, an hour before the market opens. Okay, so we had CPI, Consumers Price Index, what we consume, and then tomorrow we have PPI, Producers Price Index, what's produced. It measures the rate of change. It gauges the rate of change. Okay, so we have a lot of new people here. I'm going to keep explaining what it is. So now, what else is happening? It's Wednesday, we had CPI. Thursday, we have PPI. And then Friday, we have the IPO of SpaceX, which is also taking liquidity out of the market and out of our pockets. Trump vows to attack Iran again today. The two sides have exchanged strikes following the downing of the U.S. helicopter. All right, so we know that's happening. That happened already, but the two pilots, it was a miracle. I heard that the missile hit the helicopter and those guys were rescued, right? That's a miracle. But here on this page, we don't want any loss of life. We don't, all right? And I'm we, okay? So the NASDAQ is down 2%. It closed negative 509 points. I'm not gonna show you on this one, but we are down. For the week, we are down back to the lows. We're back to the lows of June 9th, okay? We're literally just about back to the lows of June 9th, yesterday, okay? So we came back up and now we're back down, right? Cryptocurrency, let's shift to crypto. Bitcoin right now, at the time of filming this, is at 61,854 odd dollars. Down 1/4% for the day and down 5.4% for the week. XRP is down almost 3.5 points over the 24 hours, okay? And XRP is down 8.5% over the last 7 days. Now, quantum computing took a hit, but not as bad, right? We got inflection down almost 1%. We have D-Wave down 1%, Rigetti down 1%, and INOQ is down almost 1%, okay? But the one that got beat down, and this is why I was saying set your stop losses, was QTEX. It got spanked. It's down 11% today, okay? And for the week, we're down 24% for the week, closing in at $1.42. Remember, we started getting at $1.29, right? So we're not as bad as the people that chased at the top. In closing, I want to tell you guys something about ETFs, okay? I'm looking at Invesco QQQ. I'm looking at ticker symbol VUG, which is some of the ones that I really like, and ticker symbol DRAM, okay? So for the day, QQQ was down 1.75%. I bought more because we are back to the week's lows for QQQ and VUG. We are back to the week's lows, but ticker symbol DRAM is not back to the lows, though it has come down and it's trying to. Maybe by the time you see it in the post market, it will be. So I'm just nibbling and not going in big. Now, here's what I told my followers in Money Moves again, we printed bank with options as the market comes down. We still hedge our stock by doing options. Come, learn, and earn. All of my millionaire friends and billionaire friends are mostly into ETFs. You see a small stock and you put all of your money into a penny stock, but you won't try to get some ETFs. Well, the ETFs don't run up as quick as the small high risk, high reward stock, but they also don't fall as quick. What I'm encouraging you to do is see what millionaires and billionaires see, what their rate is from stock to ETF. See what the rate is, see what the percentage is, see how much money they have in their ETFs, right? I'm telling you right now, every time we get into these dips, 80% of everything I'm spending is in ETFs and not individual stock. Though we're making a killing on individual stock, even with the market down, all right? But I have ETFs in my Roth IRA and I have ETFs in my ETF portfolio. And I encourage you to see what's going to be a good ETF to hold over the next 3, 5, 7 years, 10 years even. And I'm suggesting that you see what the future looks like. Is it chips? Is it AI? Then you need to see, or just QQQ. I believe in the next 5 years that QQQ is going to, or the NASDAQ, is going to outperform the 500, okay? That's what I believe. I believe it's going to outperform the S&P 500. I believe the NASDAQ is going to outperform the SPY in the next 3 to 5 years. So I'm leaning heavier into QQQ, follow, rather than VUG over the next 5 years, because that's where your tech and your AI lives. Now, when the bubble bursts and things start to cool off, that's when I'm going to start buying heavier. How about you? And in closing, listen, make sure that you learn a new skill and come and join us in Money Moves and learn options and make money like some of the examples we're going to show you as this go off. We will see you, listen, tonight. We are going live with the fellas. I believe we're on Stocks with Josh's page. So come and show me some love and give me some support. We'll be on Stocks with Josh's page, and we're going to go in an hour early. We're going to broadcast an hour earlier than normal because the game will be on, and we don't want to compete to the game with the game because we will lose. Okay, that's it. We'll see you later. Live, love, laugh, and learn.